Hey everyone, Complex back with another video, and today I wanted to chitter chat with you about early game credit grinding in Warframe, because if you've played even 5 minutes of Warframe, you know that there are never enough credits to start. So this is the loadout I'm bringing with me. It is all low level stuff. This spot is pretty early on in the game you'll get to. I'm using it as a credit grind / a rank up spot for some of my low level stuff. There is a veteran grinding spot that I will show you in a different video. But for now, we're going to start here. So this is where I like to go. It is series, and then the node is Semeni. I'm probably butchering that. I apologize. But I like this spot. It's got extra XP, extra resource drop rates, which is nice because series has aura consoles, which is something that literally once you start getting into relic grinding and stuff like that, you can never have enough aura consoles because you need them to build prime parts. So let's get into why this is one of my favorite early game credit grinding spots. This spot in particular is part of, I believe it was like an older solar rail system that dealt with like clans and stuff like that. And if you used this spot way back when, there potentially could have been like a fee or something like that to use this node kind of thing. That system doesn't really exist anymore. I could be a little off on this. I joined Warframe after all of that. Actually, when I joined, it was like they were phasing that out. But what is left is the bonuses from this node. And one of those bonuses happens to be if you, like after the first 5 waves, which is just basic, you have to stay for the first 5 waves when you arrive kind of thing. If you want to complete the mission, you get 20,000 credits. And then after the 20,000 credits for the first 5 waves, you don't get any additional. So it does you no good if you're here to specifically credit grind. It does you no good to stay past that first initial 5 waves. Normally, if you're credit grinding, you're going to want to duke it out, 5 waves, extract, and then rinse and repeat kind of thing. Which this node, once you know the map layout, it's only going to take you like 5 to 7 minutes to do. To be honest, it's really not, it's not that long. It's not that hard. It's a really nice tight map. And I like it for leveling up stuff, especially companions. Because as you can see, my Kavat, she was a lower level. I had actually just formed her for the 2nd time, so she needed to be ranked up. And I like the spot for things like that, because if she goes down, especially when she's like a rank 1, 2, or 3, this map is so tight, it's easy to find her and it's easy to res her. So that's a bonus. And then I like it because this is easy to grind solo or grind with a group. And if you're grinding the spot with a group, because it is so tight, you'll stay within 10 affinity of each other. And 10 affinity gives you some bonus affinity for what your group is killing near you. So overall, you kind of can't beat this spot in the beginning. Like I said earlier in the video, there is a credit grinding spot that is better for veterans. And I will definitely show you that in a separate video. But for now, it seems like everybody and their mama has decided to play Warframe recently. Like on Twitch, you've got Carnage playing, It Me JP, Strippin is playing again. So it just seems like everybody's watching and joining in on Warframe, which is fantastic because this is like one of my favorite games. So I am so happy there are more people playing. But I figured you guys might want to know where to credit grind, because there's never enough credits in this game, especially because early game, you're building everything. You're building weapons, you're building warframes, you're building keys to get in places, and everything is like 35,000 credits here, 100,000 credits here, and yeah, you just can't ever have enough credits in Warframe, especially early game. The last thing I did want to mention, though, is when you log in for the first time of the quote-unquote day, like when the day resets within Warframe, you get that daily login reward. And the first mission that you do after that daily login reward, you get double the credits for that mission, which means you log in, you get your daily login reward, and then you come straight to this node, you're going to get a minimum of 40,000 credits. I roughly normally get about 45,000 credits because enemies drop credits, as well. So you're kind of picking all that good stuff up, which is really nice. And then if you have a credit booster on top of that, you're looking at like 85 to 90,000 credits for like 5 minutes of work. I know. It's a lot and it's amazing. So something to consider, especially if you have a credit booster on for whatever reason, like you got it as your daily login reward, or you just bought yourself one. You might want to grind out this spot a few times because a 40,000 credit minimum isn't bad. And then also, if you do it as like the one right after your reward for the daily login, and you get that like 85 to 90,000 minimum, it's a tidy sum. So to sum up, this spot is fantastic for credit grinding, leveling up some lower level stuff, especially if you're newer to the game and don't have the higher level planets unlocked. This is also a great spot to test out new builds because you know as a baseline how this place feels. So it's just pretty much one of my favorite nodes in the game. And other than that, let's see, how long did this mission take us? I believe it took us 4 minutes and 54 seconds, and we got 23,000 credits. You're welcome, right? I know. So go grind out the spot if you need some credits. But other than that, thank you so much for watching. Leave it down below if you have any questions, comments, need some help with Warframe. You know the drill. And other than that, I'm going to see you in the next video. Bye!